Hello, this is my second migraine and diet video, and it's a follow-up to one that I did June last year. My first one was a bit of a ramble, and this is intended to be a little bit more concise than the one I did then. The main focus is on migraine, the and treatment for migraine, but it touches on other kind of Western malaise that I suffered from, and a lot of people in the West suffer from. So I changed things around a year and a half ago. So we're a year and a half into my changes, and life is so much better now, physically and mentally, from where I was a year and a half ago. Still have migraine, but so much less often, so much of a lower intensity than back then. And so I just wanted to make a new video about what I've learned over the past year and a half. What has continued to work? What have I tweaked? What have I added? So this is what I'm going to do today. So who am I? I am John Davies. I am 53 years old now, and live in Britain, still married, still 2 grown-up kids, got a puppy now, 5-month-old puppy to add to the family, work full-time in IT, so the usual sort of job, sitting at a desk all day, although the past few weeks I've converted to a standing desk just to help protect my back and improve my posture. But anyway, that's it, that's who I am. So what was wrong with me? Well, my migraine, of course, was the main thing, and where I started on my journey of trying to sort my migraine out. I have suffered from migraine since I was, I think, 14 years of age, and the frequency, 3-4 times a week, just having to go to a dark room and curl up in a ball and wish I could smash my head against a wall to knock myself out. Coming home from work early 2 or 3 times a week, hiding somewhere, just if you have migraine, you know what I'm talking about. I have had triptans for the past 25 years, and they were a life changer. They were the first life changer, and meant I could actually go out and enjoy myself and do things. And they still work, of course, but hardly need them. I also suffered from indigestion every single day, taking 1 or 2 indigestion tablets every single day. I was always mild constipation. I'd only go to the toilet every 3 or 4 days, and that for me was normal. So yeah, I didn't really talk about the constipation last time I made the video, but this time I've sorted it and I've added it to the list. I've also suffered from psoriasis for 30 odd years too, so that was all over my knees and my scalp, on my face, my elbows, my back, so that wasn't good. Joint pain was getting worse, toes, fingers, shoulder, elbows. So I suffered from joint pains, suffered from poor posture, slouchy back, rolling shoulders. And that was a lot of migraine trigger, I think, because of tension on the back of the neck, sat at a desk all day. And I also had the thought that I was in my early 50s. My grandfather had, or one of my grandfathers had, dementia. My father has had cancer twice. So I'm mindful of those sorts of things, and I really wanted to find out about preventive action. What can I do to improve my odds? And I also wanted to sort out just feeling rubbish all of the time. So what did I change a year and a half ago and times since? completely changed my eating habits. So I'd already removed chocolate and orange and a fair amount of alcohol from what I ate and drank. But I identified mushrooms. They were a biggie, a real big trigger. So I permanently removed mushrooms. And just lament why it took me so long to recognise mushrooms as a trigger. I had stopped drinking milk a long time ago, and instead I have soya or almond milk is my favourite. Hazelnut is lovely and creamy. And I cut right back on processed food. If you don't recognise what it is, don't eat it. I'm not perfect. I still like biscuits and pies, but I tend to keep away from it. And of course, my diet has changed much more through to the red meats and the fatty meats. So lots of steak, lots of beef, lots of lamb, lots of pork. We were down at the butcher's this morning on the market and got some Caribbean pork, got some sirloin steaks, got some sausages, got some bacon, got some eggs. So lots of red meat, chicken from time to time and fish from time to time, but mostly red meat. And of course I also cut right back on sugars, carbohydrates, grains, potatoes, rice. But the biggie is the sugar and the grain. No more Weetabix, no more pasta, no more bread. And I miss all that stuff, but I don't miss the indigestion and the migraine. And I don't eat much fruit. I think I will go months and months without any fruit. Because it's full of fructose, which is sugar, which is carbohydrate. So, and of course I also changed and went on to the intermittent fasting. So some days I eat nothing at all, other days I think yesterday I had 2 meals, 5 hours apart. The day before that I had 1 meal. And so I have intermittent fasting, very rarely have breakfast. Well, weekends I have brunch, Saturday and Sunday, fried egg, fried bacon, fried sausages, every weekend. Yum. But that's it until tea time, so I have 2 meals. So what's the impact from all of this? Well, migraines. I still get a few, mostly because I've had a couple of glasses of wine or a couple of pints. But if I didn't have any alcohol, I would be down to 1 low-level migraine a fortnight. But I ain't perfect. But I think I've had 1 blinding headache in the past, possibly 2 blinding headaches in 12 months. So I'll take that. Indigestion has gone totally, unless I slip. Last week my wife got me steak kidney pie, which was lovely. Processed food, full of pastries. Indigestion. So 1 pill later it goes, but it's clearly not good for me. I hadn't talked about constipation before, but what I changed was taking the probiotics, a little tub of probiotic yogurty stuff every morning. And I am now one happy chappy, regular as clockwork. Soft poo, just relax, done every day. So instead of just going once every 3 or 4 days, I go every day. Marvellous. There's a lot of stuff online now about probiotics, gut biome, gut health and things, and I think they're onto something. So that's brilliant. Psoriasis, I did have a load of ice cream over Christmas and it came back, stopped, and it's gone. There used to be a great white patch all the way around there. Still a little bit of scar in there from it, but just a tiny bit of psoriasis there. Same on that elbow, hardly anything. Same with my knees. Knees are clear, mostly clean. little tiny spots. So nothing in the scalp, nothing on the face. That's all gone. Tiny bit behind the ears still. But the psoriasis is the grains, it's the milk, it's the stuff that the body complains about. You know, and you got to listen. If you come out with psoriasis and you come out with indigestion, then your body is saying it doesn't like what you eat. Joint pain is so much better. Hardly ever get any joint pain in big toe anymore, whether that was gout or whatever. Getting rid of the carbs. Fine. Shoulder pain, elbow pain's gone. Brilliant. Posture and body shape still isn't brilliant. Chiropractic is really good. Prince Wales Road in Norwich, inspired chiropractic. Lovely people, and go there most weeks and get my back and shoulder and neck sorted out, because that tension stuff was always a trigger for migraine. And so I feel really well. I feel really good. Really healthy. Hardly ever get cold. Hardly ever get migraine. I'm a lucky chap. You know, the critical thing is foodstuffs, is the carb, getting rid of the carbohydrates, having a high fat diet, best thing ever. Back down to a 30-inch waist. Got faint abs showing. It's not bad for 53, is it? It's still always a compromise. I'm a human. I do like beer, I do like wine. And we're a family of 4, so you can't cook separately for everybody. It's not perfect. If the family are having potatoes, then I'll have the odd potato, a small one. But it's a compromise. So the thing I'm really now looking more on is autophagy, is on stuff to stave off dementia, cancer, Alzheimer's, that sort of stuff. There's a lot of stuff around, again, high fat, low carb, ketones, a lot of stuff around autophagy. Really interested in. Really want to start looking at doing 3 or 4 5-day fasting, because that's meant to really help with the autophagy. So I'm really intrigued as to do that. That I will do. So when I post again in another year, maybe I'll talk about that. I'll put some posts underneath there that you want to see. And that's about it. So thank you for watching. I hope that if you have migraines and if something in here gives you a hint, there's many far better videos online to help guide on that. Jason Fung's a big one, Eleanor Gross is another one. Have a look, see what you can find out, and I really wish you well. Thanks for watching. Bye.